to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we gotta tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Great evening. Welcome to R2L Refuse to Lose. It's the mid-season panel time, and we got none other than the NFC East. We got the 8-1 Eagles. We got the second place Dallas Cowboys. We got the Washington Commanders in third place. And as you can see, we have no Giants fans. But I'm excited about today. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm super excited about this. Last time I did not do the NFC East panel, but I have the opportunity to do it today. As you see, Joe is not here, so I'll be taking over for the NFC East panel. Now let me introduce the guests. As you can see, we got AJ 2K on the show, so you know he's a returning guest. So welcome, AJ.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Yes, sir.
And then, of course, my dummy bro, you know, my Logos bro, Tomo, you know, he's co-host of the show. Mr. Get Done, son.
That's all I got to say, man.
And then we got, you know, Mr. Controversy himself. Well, we got two of those guys actually on the show today. But the first one that everybody knows for sure, Marky Mark. What's going on, Mark? And then the newest member of the R2L family just became a pro member today. So welcome to the family, the Corius. Welcome. How you doing, my guy?
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Left hand
Oh man, I think today is going to be very exciting. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. We are live right now on 3 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and X. You know, even though the symbol says Twitter from what I see on the background, but it's X now. So if you're on Facebook, like, share it. Make sure we get some people in here to watch it. If you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and become a member. Not sure if we're going to do a commercial today, but we might just go ahead and throw it in there so y'all can see how it is. And if you're on Twitter, repost it so more people can get it. But before we get started, it is Thursday, and we can't start this fire panel, which was fiery the first time in the beginning of the season. Now it's mid-season. Some things have changed. You know, we had some injuries on some teams. We got to see what's going on with the first part, but we got to turn up first before we even get started with anything.
Turn me up. All
right, and then other than that, make sure you enjoy the show. So, as we get started with the NFC East mid-season panel, I'm going to go ahead and go to, you know, how we say the losers are first. We're going to go to the team that's lower on the seed first. We're going to go to the Commanders. I'm going to start with you, the Corius. What are your thoughts on your team's first half of the season so far?
Well, we're 4-5, right? A little disappointing. Very disappointing, especially the 2 games where there should be winnable, like the Bears, the Giants. Maybe one of the Eagles games, but
Both of the Eagles games. I'm sorry.
one of the Eagles games. I predicted we'll split with them, but obviously we got swept by them. But the sky hasn't fallen. I did lose hope. It was deflating, but like I said, the sky's not falling, so it's still a little hope.
Okay. Mark?
Well, I am kind of I'm disappointed in the defense early in the season. Offense, I'm not really disappointed in. I'm actually excited about the offense this year. The defense, yeah, I am highly disappointed. Some missed assignments, too many big plays allowed. Same thing that was messing us up in the beginning of the season last year. We got it together. Thankfully, still time. We can still get it together. Still getting it together. It's coming together. We just got to get some pass rushers. To two edges gone. So we just got to, not even get the ones that's playing. They got to turn up. Because I do believe in our roster. So I always claim we got we're deepest in the division. So this is the time they step up. So if we can, still become greater with the defenders that's on the bench. So, I mean, that's just show you our depth, how good our depth players is, how good it is in our system. So that's how I feel so far. I think we'd be better. I think we'd be all right.
I like the fact that you brought up defense because from what I remember, what you said in the first panel is that you had the best cornerbacks in the division and in the league. Sorry, not just the division, but in the league. So what about your defense has been disappointing for you? Obviously, it doesn't seem like the defensive line has been an issue to you. So what's been the issue to your defense that you had an issue with?
Well, it's on both sides, defensive line and the defense and the cornerbacks. And it's not like all the cornerbacks that's because it's not all the cornerbacks. It's big plays being allowed by without them taking a man out, like just big plays, So, I mean, we got good cornerbacks. Our cornerbacks have been playing good. I mean, no cornerback will give up 0 yards in coverage or anything like that. So, I mean, majority, they have been playing okay, but some of them haven't give up big plays. So, I mean, I got called out by man E. Forbes. So, I mean, he, gave away 2 games, really. A.J. Brown really got the best of him twice. And, kind of cost us both times in those games. And the Chicago game, DJ Moore got the best of them again, and it was too late when they switched. But I mean, outside of that, if you look at the rest of them, Benjamin St. Juice, he's first in the NFL in forced incompletions. So I mean, we got cornerbacks that's actually, they're doing good. It's just, we got to come together as a whole. So he lied.
I was going to say, just eliminate all the big plays via the Bears, via the Eagles. Eliminate all the big plays. Our defensive rankings can be top 10, technically.
But the thing is, we can't eliminate that it happened. So I'm not going to give no excuse. I'm not going to give no excuses. No excuses. It happened. I'm not going to say what if this happened, if that happened. This is what's happened, and this is what we got to show for. So I can't talk about what ifs. What I can talk about is we'll be okay. We do got good players still, and there's still a chance for us. We control our own destiny for real. So we just gotta play the way we supposed to play. So I'm not really. I don't think we're gonna finish number 1, but we definitely should be top 10 before the season out. I believe
top 10 in what?
Defense. Offense might be top 5.
Oh, we got Commander Crime.
It's early. You just got it.
Just go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
We have a top 10 defense and top 10 offense.
Where y'all at right now?
Well, defense, we are like 27 for something like that.
Emotional damage.
So in 8 games.
Same time last year.
Hold on.
Mark, look at him. Mark, hold on.
You said y'all 27. If you expected to be top 10 by the end of the season, it's halfway through the season now.
That means we're going to have to only give up 100 yards.
We're in the same spot defensively we were last year.
That means we're going to have to.
I don't think you were 27th.
Y'all schedule is harder this year though.
And I think our defense is good enough to keep up. So that's. I mean, y'all might not think it, but I mean.
Mark. Can I say something here? I need you to do some math here. Okay. I don't know if you're good at math. I need you to do some math here. If we're 27
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if we're 27. That was a guess. I don't know.
No. I think we're 27, 29. I read it up. I think that's where we are. If if in 8 games, I think we got 8 games left, right? In 8 games, that means in the average, in order to get to top 10, as you said, that means each game total, 8 games, we're only going to have to give up 800 total yards. Do you know what that means? That means 100 yards total each game.
Are
You
you saying
sure?
that because are you saying that because you're only looking at one game and you don't know what the other team's going to do on defense?
No.
AJ, you won't even gotta do nothing.
We about to play top offensive teams going forward, dude.
And we have a
Like,
defense that can stop it. I mean, I think we have a defense that's good enough. If you
Hold that.
No.
Hold
Let
that
them have their
thought for a
therapy
second.
session,
we have a
Dave.
defense
Hold
that's
that.
good enough.
Yeah,
But
Hold
I
that
mean,
thought for a second. Hold
I'm
that
saying
thought.
yes.
Just
We're gonna
hold
let
your
it go.
thoughts. I gotta move to the Cowboys now. We got a representative. We gotta talk to them. Tomo, we gotta
oh,
talk about the Cowboys first half of the season. You know, you had a major injury with Trayvon Diggs being out for the rest of the season. And and then you had some games where you felt like you should have won against the Cardinals, and you had a blowout loss against the Niners. Then you had another close loss against the Philadelphia Eagles just this Sunday. What are you feeling about your team right now, and just from the first half of the season?
Well, first things first, I know you enjoy saying the blowout loss to the 49ers, seeing that you are a 49ers fan, and I seen that the Eagles smirked over there when you said that we lost to the Eagles. But honestly, the Cardinals game right now was looking real bad on our record. We should have not lost that game. We still would have had a shot at some things. But coming out of the offseason, I predicted us to go 14-3. So that means we gotta go undefeated the rest of the way for my prediction to be true. But looking at this team, all the high hopes that I had for them coming out of the offseason, they're not really living up to them. The defense was supposed to be one of the top 5 defenses in the league, that they are. Michael Parsons was supposed to be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, but he only seems to show up at times, like he keeps disappearing. And it's starting to be a regular thing with him. It started his rookie season, and everyone was like, okay, he's a rookie, he got to get his legs under him. Then I seen it happen again last year. Around about week 5, he seems to taper off every year. Now, again, week 5, who do we play? The 49ers. What was Michael Parsons in that game? MIA. He did show up at the end of the Chargers game. He made some plays in the Rams game. Then he made a play in the Eagles game. But if you are the player that you keep going on these interviews and doing your podcast about, you need to show up more. I seen Von Miller in his first 2 years actually be a dog. Myles Garrett up there with the Browns has been doing this consistently. Michael, you need to be more consistent if you're gonna basically practice what you preach. As far as my quarterback, I mean, he's not turning the ball over. That's a plus. He's not. Seems like he's being restrained. Like he's on cruise control or something. Like I don't know why they got him on autopilot. If you think Dak gonna turn the ball over, then let him throw the ball. He threw 15 interceptions and we won games. So it wasn't like those interceptions were losing us games. We were still winning some of those games outside of the Jags one. So how I feel about this team right now, just make it to the playoffs and then prove it to me. That's how I feel.
can I have a question? Yeah, it's okay to have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about your coach?
Mike McCarthy?
Yeah.
Let
Let me rephrase. How you feel about your coach and his play calling?
He's too conservative at times for me. Yeah. Like, nah. That's the one thing I will say this. I trash Kellen Moore a lot, but I told y'all, I think after that 49ers game, if you could merge Kellen Moore's aggressiveness at time and Mike McCarthy's way to just have a pulse on the game, if you can merge them two, you got the ultimate coach. Because it's times where Mike McCarthy all right, we just need to run the ball here, cool. But then it's also times where it's like it's 3rd and 15 and you call a 10-yard in. Like, what are you doing here?
Do you know what his offense is based off?
The run game, right?
No.
Go ahead.
It's West Coast, dink and dunk.
But you can't say that because Aaron Rodgers had big plays with the Packers.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers had better playmakers than what you have now.
Excuse me. I can debate that they're kind of equal.
Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb. James Jones. All
Okay,
you
and
do
you
is
had,
CD
Every
and
Lamb.
they had
person you named,
okay,
what
but they
happened when they
had
went to another
they
quarterback?
had Des Bryant, they had Mark Cooper, they had some
Oh no, if
players.
you talk,
No,
if you
no, no,
talking
no,
about
no,
just
no,
this
no, no, no,
offense,
no.
if you
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
this
this
offense,
year
CeeDee
as
Lamb,
Mike
Brandon Cook.
McCarthy's running the offense, not Kellen
Okay,
Moore.
okay,
But listen
okay.
to what you just said though.
I get what you're
Randall
saying.
Cobb, right?
Okay,
Randall Cobb, CeeDee
okay.
Lamb, Brandon Cooks is a Jordy Nelson S. Take the top off.
Time
He's
out.
just not throwing the ball down the field.
Hold on, stop right there. You just said Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks.
Take the top off.
Knowing him, take the top off. Has he been taking the top off the offense? Is he being utilized correctly in this offense?
Now this is where it gets good. So technically, he has been taking the top off because that's how CD has been getting open underneath. They just don't throw him the ball.
Oh, there you go. It's a
They call
decoy.
him clear out Cooks.
That's
The
true.
decoy.
That's true.
Really?
That's true.
Yes.
So why did
Yeah.
y'all pick up Martavius Bryant in the practice squad then?
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't
Because
know.
your owner doesn't trust your receivers other than CD Lamb. You don't have no
No, I
other
think he
receivers.
just.
Not
I
even
really
Michael
think.
Gallup.
Nah, don't do that.
Y'all
now.
picked him up
Don't
for the
do that
red
now.
zone. That's why y'all picked
Nah,
him
don't
up.
do that. Now.
Oh, but wait a
Nah,
minute.
don't.
Y'all just paid Michael Gallup all this money. Oh, no.
We
If
paid
that's
Michael
the
Gallup
case,
2 years ago.
excuse me?
We paid Michael Gallup 2 years ago.
Well,
Actually,
hey,
Michael Gallup is the reason why Amari Cooper got traded because they felt like he was more of our guy than Amari Cooper. So they said we're gonna pay our guy and keep him, and then we're gonna trade the other one who didn't want to get the shot.
but yet your offense, your red zone production went down.
Hey,
Interesting.
at the end of the day, you're talking football to a guy who's trying to sell tickets. Jerry Jones trying to sell tickets. All that you talking about don't matter to him.
All I'm saying is I'm not scared of your offense. That's what I'm telling you. I'm more scared of your offense last year than I am now.
Sir.
He's going off.
Now,
You might
your
want to
defense.
relax over there. Okay?
No. Your
No.
defense. Okay.
Hold on. See now you done woke me up. See, I ain't talked to a Commander fan like
I'm
this in
just
a while.
you
Hold
said
on.
all these things,
Talk
but
about-
you
Go ahead.
You said about your
AJ.
quarterback. You said
Go
about
ahead,
Michael Parsons, but
That
I
was
was waiting for you to say something about your coach, and you
That was a
never
good-
did.
That was a good question, but we'll
I got
get
you.
back
Don't
to
worry
that.
about
We'll,
it.
we'll
Okay.
revisit that. We
All
still
right,
have
okay.
we still have the Eagles to talk to. We still
Okay.
have the Eagles to talk to.
Okay.
So, AJ,
All right, go ahead.
you know, there was a lot of questions about your team this season about, are they going to be back to what they were? Is Jalen Hurts going to have another season? Is AJ Brown going to have another season? Is he going to show that he's a number one receiver and not a tight end?
He still want tight end routes. Go ahead.
That in there.
Brand new offensive coordinator, brand new defensive coordinator this season. CJ Gardner-Johnson is gone. You got Javon Hargrave that left. DeAndre Swift came in and took Miles Sanders' spot. There's a lot of questions about what's your team going to look like. Are they going to have the Super Bowl hangover? So far, it looks like they don't. 8-1 record, best record in the league. Jalen Hurts has had some of his best games the last few games. AJ Brown has been dominant. So, what are your thoughts on your team season so far? And I'm gonna add in another question after you answer that.
I'm feeling pretty good, man. It's hard not to feel good. It's hard not to feel good sitting at 8-1, already, defeated fellas here at the table, which I told y'all would ultimately happen. I will say, right now, as a Eagles fan, you thinking more so about Super Bowl, if we being honest. Like that's what's on the table. That's what you're thinking about. That's where your head is. And so when you think about it like that, you got some deficiencies. You know what I mean? That pass defense don't look good right now. Granted, we've had injuries. We had young guys in. It looks suspect. So we're looking to get Roby back after the bye. So hopefully that'll help that pass defense out some. We're not running the ball effectively like how we was in the beginning of the season. We got to kick that back up. I think Jerkins being out kind of hurt that run game to an extent. I think Hurts, having the knee injury also or the knee bruise, whatever it is. I think that kind of hurts your running game as well because obviously he's a part of the running game as well. So, when you look at it from that standpoint, you got some deficiencies. You got some things you want to work out if you want to get back to the Super Bowl, which is obviously what an Eagles fan wants. And I think that's what the expectation is now. On the bright side, though, that boy Jalen Hurts. The man looking like he having another MVP caliber season. Right now, he number 2 right behind Patrick Mahomes. Check the numbers if I'm lying. Right there behind Patrick Mahomes. He has the opportunity to play Patrick Mahomes coming up, along with Josh Allen, along with the 49ers, along with Seattle, who's really good this year. So if he can continue to win games and play well, I think he'll end up taking that over and winning MVP, which I predicted before the start of the season. I feel like him and AJ Brown really carrying the team right now, and that's what I love. Honestly, that's the beauty in it, because I know the rest of the team is gonna follow suit pretty soon here. So I'm feeling pretty good as an Eagles fan, man. I'm feeling pretty good. We 8-1, but like I said, if we think in Super Bowl, there are some things we need to look at and improve.
Okay, yeah. So my other question that I was pretty much going to ask, you kind of alluded to it already, and it was about the defense. I think the one thing that a lot of people don't understand, that your run defense is actually pretty good.
Very good.
It's just your passing defense, which was what was dominant last season, is not dominant this year. And I understand that the trade deadline that there was a lot of talk about you guys possibly going out to Jalen Johnson, the Bears star cornerback, and then there's another a safety that you guys were going to go after. Now we know what Ski Mask Howie does, but he wasn't able to pull off this move. How are you feeling about your defense, knowing that you guys weren't able to make the move, but you still have Darius Slade, you still got Blankenship, you still got Bradbury? How are you feeling about your defense? Do you think your defense will still be good enough to help you get to the ultimate goal?
Guys got to step up, man. Howie Roseman can only do so much. So Byard is supposed to be that guy. He got to play like that guy. Darius Slade, I know he's 32. He's playing solid football. Even he needs to be a tick better. Bradbury was just all pro last year. I'm one guy who I'm not really giving him much of a pass or an excuse for it. Besides, I understand injuries and not having a slot corner that has hurt us tremendously. But like you got enough on that back end to make plays and to get stops and not be, I think they're 27, 28 pass defense, maybe even worse right now, ranked in the league. So I got enough back there to improve and be better. I feel like if they play to their potential, they play to who they are, I feel like we'd be just fine, especially getting Roby back in the slot. Right now, they just haven't shown it. And they need to. Bradbury be getting boy. And that's my guy.
Y'all miss Tommy Maddox. Y'all miss him.
We do. We miss him in the slot. We miss him in the slot tremendously. He's also a nice blitzing DB too that we miss having out there. But yeah, Bradbury getting cooked, bro. I got no excuse for it. He getting cooked. Every time I look up, he getting cooked. Now, he is making big plays in the fourth, which I do like. Every now and then, he make a play, and it's like, thank you, bro. But, like, teams is picking on Bradbury right now on top of the middle of the field because the slot is so wide open. And then our linebackers, with adding the Kobe Dean back in there, has been kind of up and down too. So, all in all, look, I feel like we're getting healthy. I feel like we're getting Roby back. I feel like that'll help. And I think our guys will play like how they're supposed to play and be good enough. Just get stops, force turnovers, make plays, get the ball back to Hurts. And I trust our offense to, take us back to the promised land.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question? Oh, go ahead.
Tom, I'm gonna go back to you. I sort of want to ask the same question, but it's a little different. So I mean, it's almost expected that the Cowboys to make the playoffs. What is it that you're looking for your team to? What do you think your team needs to do to be able to move past the second round and at least get to the NFC Championship game?
That's a good question, Dave. I'm glad you asked that. I'm gonna have to steal this one from my good friend AJ on this. They have to do just enough, make the actual plays. Because the thing with Dallas this year, and people want to jump on our back and be like, they can't win the big game. Technically, we have won big games, but that's what it really is. If you look at that Eagles game, that was it right there. You get to the 5-yard line, the discipline has to be there. You get to the 5-yard line, you need to score. They even asked that in the post game. They was like, what did you think when you got there? Oh, we about to win. And the next thing you know, you get a false start. Then after the false start, you get the sack. And then after the sack, we all know what happened. You couldn't down the ball enough. Then you do the dumb play. You throw it out of bounds. And then you cry about the refs. So technically, don't put the game in the refs' hands. Just make the plays when it's time to be made.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go to you first, Decorius.
I was going to ask him a question, but go ahead.
I have a commander's question before you ask them a question. I'll give y'all time to have your NFC East, battle.
I'm writing everything down. The questions I got for AJ and I got for Tomo.
I know the Washington Post in DC, but y'all got all these articles and stuff y'all keep writing.
Decorius, what like you say you're disappointed in your team right now. 4-5. I think you're outside of the playoff picture at this moment.
AC.
So what do you guys need to do to be able to make the playoffs? Seeing as though that you have a hard schedule, you still got the Dolphins to play, you still got to play the Cowboys twice. Still have to play the Giants. No, I think you play the Giants. You still got to play the Giants one more time. Got to play the 49ers. What does your team need to do to be able to make a playoff push?
Well, I just say they can only afford to lose maybe 2 games, possible 3, depending on the rest of the team's schedule, like Vikings, the Seahawks, Dallas, perhaps. And that's the only thing I could say that gives me a little. But they only afford to lose 2 or 3 games, and then them 2 or 3 games is possibly, I would say, the 49ers, the Jets, maybe the Dolphins, maybe, but and possibly the Jets too. But them the 3 games I can see 9-8, 10-7, get in the playoffs.
So
why do you think you lose to the Jets?
So wait. So I understand you say that. So you think you're going to sweep the Cowboys?
I believe we can still a win in the Thanksgiving game. Now, if all chips fall in place, and it's for that 7th seed at week 18 between Dallas and Washington controls their destiny, then yes, Washington will sweep Dallas.
You talking about in a game where Dallas plays all their starters, like y'all fighting for the 7th seed? You think y'all gonna beat Dallas for that spot, or you mean like the Cowboys sit their players because they already got their seed?
Well, Dallas didn't sweep their players last year, and we beat them pretty good. So I'm not afraid. No. And when it comes to the playoffs, I believe we'll prevail.
Mark,
what do I think?
Hold on. Mark said the Jets. The reason why I say the Jets because if Aaron Rodgers plays, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't
not coming back,
I don't know. The Jets is only
the Eagles with Zach Wilson. What you scared of?
Bruh. I keep telling you, they are not nobody to sleep on with or without.
I'm not sleeping on the Jets in no way, shape, form, or fashion. What I'm saying is I trust my offense against any defense for real. You know, so I trust my offense. And like we seen what Sam Howell can do against good defenses. So
good defenses?
Yeah.
Who's a good defense that Sam Howell play against that was good?
Oh, so you gonna say the Eagles not good?
Eagles defense is not good.
Well, we talk overall. We just
Atlanta wasn't top ranked when we played them.
Pass defense, but whoa. He only had 155 passing yards, so no, that's a fail.
So the Bills defense not good?
Bills defense is good. Look how that turned out.
Well, I trust Sam Howell against.
So that's what the Jets can do.
We have
okay, but I'll be
what team has
better
if so we haven't played any teams with a good defense except Buffalo.
We're not just gonna disrespect Philly like the defense.
I'm not disrespecting Philly.
Number 1 ranked best defense in the league. I know y'all did y'all thing, but y'all.
I'm not disrespecting Philly at all. I'm just trying to figure out like he's saying we haven't played nobody like no good defense.
I mean the Patriots maybe.
So far.
The Patriots maybe.
Yeah, was Judon there when y'all played? No, that was
Sam Howell plays offense against the defense.
No, Judon didn't play. It was Bentley did play though. And CJ Jackson.
And y'all
so that was the best defense Howell has played pretty well against.
Denver? No.
That
defense is trash. I don't think that counts.
No, it doesn't count. No, Denver, sorry.
Had to go through the
what
schedule.
I'm saying is we only play who on our schedule. Just like the Eagles did last year. We only play who. That's why I don't even talk. We only play who on our schedule. And so far,
saying that last year.
Look, I knew you
was saying that though.
I tell you what, Seattle's a good test. Seattle's a good defensive test, right? We could agree on that.
We'll be fine, and I think we'll be fine. And like it's just like you doubting the best part of our offense.
But our offense. Hold on, it was your turn. I'm sorry, David. It was your turn to ask that question.
No, my thing is, I think our offense continue to grow because Sam Howell is better every week. He looks better and better every single week. He's taking less sacks. He just looks more comfortable. He's getting the ball out faster. He's getting better every week. We have good receivers. We have really, really good receivers.
We do.
So we have a capable tight end. So our offense moves. If the O-line stay healthy, our offense moves. I trust Sam Howell. Every time he throws the ball, it's like we think somebody's gonna catch it, especially when they throw it deep. So that fart that he threw in the red zone against the Patriots was just like the worst pass I probably ever seen. That was just really, really bad. And that
Until
was
he
just like
get
a brain fart. I laughed when that happened.
until he
it's
gets
just
to the
like
red zone, right?
yeah, I laughed when that happened. So it's just like I trust Sam Howell. So I think against any defense, I think the Jets. I think our offense can beat the Jets defense, and I don't think the Jets offense can beat our defense when we play them.
Okay,
When we
and
play
with
them
Zach
at halftime.
Wilson.
So I think the Jets is not like you keep calling the Jets out like they about to be, really, really hard. Because
If
if
Aaron
you look at our
Rodgers is
schedule, we got
playing,
Seattle, the Giants, Dallas twice, the Rams. We don't
we'll
know
beat
if we're playing Stafford, if we're not playing Stafford. We got San Fran, and that's it. And like we can
the
win
Dolphins.
all
We
those
forgot about
games.
the
I'm not
Dolphins.
saying we're going to win, but all of those we can win all of those games. There's no
But y'all
guaranteed
could,
hills
Mark,
on our schedule.
y'all could lose all them games too. I
It's
see.
a possibility any given Sunday, but why would I just sit here and be like,
Real
we're gonna
quick, real
lose?
quick. I don't mean
I'm just
to
saying
interrupt y'all.
I'm not saying we're gonna win out. I'm just saying
Hey,
that
I'm
all
loving
these
the
games
Commander
are
on
not
Commander
like
Prime.
all it's an
But
automatic.
I got something for Decorius too, though.
I just want to say this one thing. Beginning of the season, this is how y'all was talking, right? Commanders gonna do this, Commanders gonna do that, Commanders gonna win the division. Not you, Decorius, but everybody else. They gonna win 11 games. They're gonna do. We halfway through the season. Y'all not that good, yo. Like y'all are not that good. You have beat up on terrible teams. The games y'all have won have been against terrible teams.
Except for Atlanta.
Especially this season. What was that?
Except for Atlanta.
Atlanta's. I guess I'll give you Atlanta, but y'all
we only play who we play.
Here's what I'm saying. Y'all right there with Atlanta. When it comes to when I think of Washington and Atlanta, y'all beat them, but I put y'all on the same tier. So come down the stretch of y'all season, the schedule gets stiffer. And Mark, you act as if all these teams, I mean, we can beat all them teams. We can, you know what I'm saying? We got our offense. Y'all have lows, bro, against teams like the Giants and the Bears. Like, y'all could lose to anybody. So, like, all I want y'all to do, just add a touch of realisticness to it this time. Because it wasn't no realistic talk on the first panel. Let's just be Tomo.
I'm not saying that. No. Okay, so I see what you're saying, but I'm not saying that we're going to win out. I'm not saying that we're going to win all these games. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I'm looking at the games: Seattle, New York, Dallas, Miami, Los Angeles.
They're all winnable. They're all winnable.
That's what I'm saying. So the
Up until the 49ers.
The 49ers good, but we can win the game like you've never seen like teams win. It's any given Sunday.
I'm gonna tell y'all how this gonna go. Y'all gonna lose to the Seahawks. Y'all gonna beat the Giants. Y'all gonna get swept by Dallas. It's going to happen. They're going to sweep y'all. Y'all gonna lose to the Dolphins.
Mark it on your calendar. Mark it on your calendar.
I don't know which one.
I'm just letting them talk.
Yeah, I'm talking.
I'm not gonna beat the Niners. Y'all gonna finish somewhere around. I said it in the chat. I'm gonna say it here. Y'all gonna finish somewhere around 8, 9, 7, and 10. Now next year, I think y'all will be better. I think y'all add pieces in the offseason. I think Sam Howell will take a step. He does look good. But right now, it's his first season as a starter. Y'all putting too much on that man. That defense gonna have to be a lot better. Y'all just got rid of y'all 2 best edge rushers. I don't see how y'all could somehow win a bunch of games. The chorus like just lose 2 more games. Dude, y'all could lose all them games the way y'all play sometimes.
Them two edge rushers that wasn't following protocol in the scheme.
I mean,
even though the game we lost had 2 best edge
still not 2 of your best.
I'm sorry, what?
Was they still not 2 of your best?
Obviously not.
What I'm saying, look,
obviously not. If we were still giving up 31 points a game with Sweat and Young, right? Without them, we only gave up.
So you was cool losing Chase Young. That's what you're telling me.
I was cool with losing Chase Young, but not Montez. I have to admit. Listen. I've
Montez never had a double-digit sack
since 2020.
I mean,
he was not following the script. He was not following the scheme of Jack Del Rio's scheme.
It doesn't matter who. Like, I see what happened. It is a business, so both of them. I'm mad Chase Young gone, but it is what it is.
And I'm not paying Sweat. How much the Bears paid him? $100 million, and he never gave me a double-digit sack in his career. No.
But you just said
Sweat with that defense. I don't really expect him to get you a double-digit sack season anyway, because you got the great defensive tackles up the middle. So at the end of the day, if he contained in the air,
Ron Payne did it.
Up the middle.
Jonathan Allen did it.
Up the middle. And you not hear what I just said? If you got those 2 getting to the quarterback first, the quickest way to an end point is what? A straight line, Decorey. If the quarterback's right there, I'm gonna get to him before Sweat can.
Who's the most get double teamed? The D tackles. You got the center, the left guard, and the right guard. The D tackles gets the most double teams than the edges.
But if one of those D tackles winning, they shift the I was about to say the coverage. They shift the protection 9 times out of 10. So they like, look, bro, if Payne is getting off, we're gonna make sure we stop Payne. And then that's when Allen eat. It just happens, bro. Look at the Eagles. That's the same. That's how they built their whole O-line. I mean, their D-line. They got the 2 big refrigerators and Davis and Carter. And then they try to let Hassan get there. If Hassan and them can't get there, if the pressure comes up the middle, the quarterback ain't gonna get to the outside unless Brandon Graham out there. But other than that, if the quarterback try to go to the outside, it's
well, right now. Well, my defense right now is about them. They only allowed 17 points. Really should have been like 3, but the turnover and that big run happened. But that's no here and there. But
that's
AJ,
it's the Patriots, though. It's the Patriots.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's the NFL team.
Your problem is y'all about to play teams like Seattle and San Fran. That is your problem. On top of that, y'all lose games that y'all not supposed to lose too. If you can count on the Commanders to win games they supposed to win. If you could count on that, then you're looking at the Commanders completely different. But the way they've played so far this season, you can't count on that. You can't count on them to win the games, even they supposed to win. The loss against the Giants and the Bears, and you're right. Y'all should have beat Philly one of them times. But y'all have terrible lows. When the game's on the line against a good team, we see how y'all perform. So it's like, that's why I say 7-10, 8-9 with potential of being better next season. But to think y'all lose 2 of y'all best defenders, the defense is going to play better against good teams. I don't see it. I was trying. Listen, most of my talk went to the Cowboys on the first panel. We handled that. We done beat Dallas. I just wanted y'all to come with a different type of. Just
wait a minute, AJ. First of all,
we gonna be better in the future. That's what we need to hear from the Commanders. We gonna be better.
We are gonna be better in the future. I mean, we're gonna be better. We're gonna be better in the future as of this year. This year,
for the Commanders.
It's not over.
It's over for y'all.
See, the Commanders is like that homegirl you got who always in a relationship, and then she get into the 3-year relationship, and then it's like it's over. You're like, all right, that's what you need to do. You need to go find yourself a little bit, find out how to love yourself. They like, nah, we right back in the club with it. It's like, bro, relax.
I did tell Joe that when we was 3-5, that coming up the next 3 games are the Patriots, Seahawks, and Giants. We can easily be 6-5. Remember when I said that? So I'm already 1 down, 2 to go.
There you go. Back in the club, drinking again.
Gonna lose back-to-back weeks, and y'all was gonna win back-to-back weeks, and then you ended up doing the script. So you're not always right, bro.
Can we focus on the future and not the past? It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Now, you AJ, your team. You talking about tough schedules? Your team got a tough schedule ourselves. Y'all got to play the Chiefs, and who else y'all play the next 2 games? Oh my goodness! Y'all not a lock in all them games.
We got the Chiefs. We got Buffalo. We got San Fran.
I
gotta pull it up. We got Dallas again, and we got Seattle. Now I don't know. I can't remember the exact order, but those are like the 5 games.
I know Seattle 5-3, but they are not as good as they're like.
You don't believe in Seattle?
I don't believe in Seattle.
Gino has 9 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. 1,900 yards. I do not know. He's having a terrible. He's not having a good season like that.
Who, Gino?
So
Gino
got 7 interceptions.
Yes,
and only 9
touchdowns.
Oh,
but look, AJ, here you go.
Talk about mediocre.
Bills,
and they rushing offense ranked 23rd. So I mean, I'm not. They're not. Everybody keeps saying Seattle. I know they got a winning record, right? But like,
we could run the ball on them too. We could run the ball.
Had your number though, right?
What did you have to say about this schedule? That's what I wanted to know. Like, you brought up
who has our number? Who has our number?
Seattle.
No, they don't.
Y'all beat them in the playoffs. Never mind. Y'all got
No, not the playoffs. Not the playoffs.
No. Yeah, they beat
2 years ago.
So when y'all see Seattle in the playoffs, that's when y'all lose to them.
Correct.
There we go. I knew they had your number some way, somehow.
Yeah, in the playoffs, when the regular season, we got their number.
Oh, we got some money coming through.
Shout out to Cotto. Been a member for 3 months. We still here. We still them boys. A decoded. Only thing y'all sweeping is them dusty bleachers.
See, every time
hashtag we the boys. Hashtag see you Thanksgiving. Hey, Mark, your MVP gone.
No. I got
Hey, Tomo, did you say a question for me?
Yeah, I do, because you was talking about Mike McCarthy's offense, right? So I just brought it up. I brought up the all-time receivers that played for the Packers at one point. So I think you had like Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, and James Jones.
Correct.
I think Driver was on his way out when Rodgers got there, if I'm not mistaken.
That's why I didn't name him. I didn't name him.
So you talking about Jordy Nelson and Greg Jennings and Randall Cobb, who all played there at the same time.
Hmm?
So when you comparing those three to the triplets that we got now at wide receiver, I'll give you that. But if you go back and look at those offenses, those weren't just dink and dunk wide receivers. He was throwing the ball down the field.
That was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers. So you saying Dak Prescott's Aaron Rodgers?
And the
Dak
thing
can't
with
throw the ball down the
they
field?
didn't
No,
do
he
anything
cannot.
outside of Aaron Rodgers.
I'm
They had
outta
to come
here.
back to him for
No. There's one thing that this offense is good as. It's only good for is going from the 20 to the 20. But when it comes to the red zone, y'all are not good. Y'all not good. That's why I'm not scared of y'all
The
offense.
Chiefs are
I'm
not
not
good.
scared of
The
y'all.
Eagles are not good. Y'all are not good in the red zone. I just named 4 teams that are not good in the red zone. So continue.
What?
He getting better in the red zone, though. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if you go back and look at the red zone percentages, all 4 of those teams have issues when they get to the red zone.
I will say our red zone offense is really good against Dallas. I didn't want to drop that little nugget in there, though. You know?
Hey, man, our red zone is pretty good too.
I had 2 more chances, but when you go back, I see Mark over there. Mark, correct me if I'm wrong with the stats, but it's been said because as a Cowboy fan, I know how stats get blown out of proportion when you're a Cowboy fan. You're like, well, they're terrible in the red zone. But then they brought up the Eagles, like they had some troubles in the red zone too.
Washington,
They said, oh, the Chiefs struggle too.
Washington is what?
12.
In
12.
red zone?
Red zone, yeah.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Dallas and Philly behind them?
Philly number 13.
Okay.
And you know Dallas is way at the bottom.
Dallas number 29.
We trash. I get out that day.
But I know
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I ain't saying
we the red zone. We're gonna score. I'm really
Where's
confident.
Kansas City ranked? I want to know this now. Where's Kansas City ranked?
Where's Kansas City at?
KC is 15th.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
Arizona is ranked number 14, and Chicago is number 7.
I give you that. But I'm going back to this though. Don't ever say Dak Prescott can't throw the ball down the field because he
can't throw the ball downfield. That's why he's scared to throw the ball. That's why he got less interceptions because they're scared to throw the ball.
No, that's Mike McCarthy scared to make him not do that.
That's his problem.
When Dak Prescott takes over the football game, you see the difference. You've seen the difference from that Chargers game than the weeks before that. Look at the 49ers game. That was a scared Dak. Look at the Chargers game. That was the Dak Prescott game. Look at the Eagles game. That was a Dak Prescott game.
Did he win?
He won the Chargers game.
No. Did he win against the Eagles? Was he not down? Was he not down 11 points? Was he doing down 11 points?
Did he not bring them back?
Garbage time.
How's that garbage time?
That's what Dak Prescott known for. Garbage.
You're not making no sense right now.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a real question.
So that's the case. Then every time the Eagles come back, that's garbage time.
Did they win though?
It's garbage time.
Like Shannon Sharp always say, I can't give you credit off of I cannot give you credit off of empty calories. That's what Dak Prescott giving me, empty calories.
About Sam Howell, we don't want to hear it no more.
That is exactly.
He can't throw for 500 yards and lose a game. I don't want to hear about it from you no more.
Whoa.
Right, and that's why I can't give him that excuse. I mean, because garbage time stats, you got a chance to win a game. That's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. So the fact that you're not counting that is like, greatness. Knowing it's the coach's fault. Well, sometimes it might be Dak's fault. I haven't watched 100% of the Cowboys.
I'm glad. That's why when you went
down
down
don't score in the red zone. And I think my real question to y'all, to Dallas, is the reason why y'all doing this because y'all don't have a running back. Y'all have a third down back as a starter. So y'all got rid of Zeke, which was the 1-2. But and Tony Pollard came in with a different change of energy, and that's what made y'all offensive run game a little better. But right now, I don't know who y'all back at running back is for the first time.
It's Rico Dowdle. They don't give him the ball.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'll be feeling just a little bad for Cowboy fans here and there, man. Because bruh, y'all got a team. Y'all got a good team. All GM got to do is drop in a few pieces. Go get D-Hop. Y'all should have got D-Hop. Y'all should have either picked him up in free agency or traded for him. I'd have took him over getting Derrick Henry as a back. I know y'all need a bruiser, but
Man, they should have traded for
Do you
D.
know how much they had to pay
they
D
would've got-
Hop?
what was that?
Do you know how much they had to pay D Hop if they would have got him? That would have made CeeDee Lamb be mad.
No, bro.
They should have went on and got Henry, bro. Like that, they should have got a running back from somebody. They should have got a running back from somebody.
The difference between the Dallas
They-
Cowboys and the rest of the teams in the NFL. Now, there is this thing called NFL politics, but something about Dallas football politics is why we're not that good. CeeDee Lamb, look at CeeDee Lamb's situation, right? When AJ Brown, all right, let's do this. When AJ Brown said, "Give me the ball," what did the Philadelphia Eagles do for the next 5 weeks? Made sure he got the ball.
Do that, man.
You said the Rams game was Dak's come out party. Are we really counting the Rams as Dak's come out party?
You know you don't count because you just said something about empty calories when your quarterback goes for 500 yards and losses, right? So look, when it comes to politics and this Cowboy team, it's Jerry Jones, bro. Because when CeeDee Lamb said, "Bro, I'm always open. They don't ever throw me the ball." It took them 2 weeks to figure it out. After the 49ers game is when they said, "You know what? Let's just throw him the ball, y'all, and see what happens." And look what happens when you give him the ball. Good things happen. He might drop a random one, but good things happen when you get him the ball.
Can I ask you a question?
I like CeeDee Lamb.
When y'all don't get turnovers, do y'all win the game?
Which game is that? I would say the Chiefs. Do we win the Chargers game?
Well, no. That's not the question I asked you. I asked
when
you.
we don't force turnovers. I need you to ask me the correct question.
Okay, when y'all don't force turnovers, do y'all win the game?
For the most part, yeah.
What game y'all won? Y'all didn't get a turnover.
I don't think we got a turnover in that Chargers game.
Yes, y'all did.
Y'all got a turnover to ice that game, actually.
Yeah, y'all had a turnover. Yeah, Gilmore.
I was counting Michael Parsons sack. I thought the game was over after that.
Nah, that Gilmore, that turnover. And when y'all don't get turnovers, y'all lose
one
the game.
turnover. That's one.
Y'all live and die by turnovers.
But what's wrong with that?
I've said that.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying. If y'all don't get turnovers, y'all lose.
Answer my question though. I answered yours. What's wrong with that?
It's a bunch of wrong with y'all can't win without turnovers. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying. I said that last year.
That your defense can create turnovers.
You trying to say it's not sustainable? Is what you're saying?
There you go.
But if we've been leading the league in the last 3 years,
in turnovers, right?
But we've been making the playoffs the last 3 years
by forcing turnovers. But when y'all don't force turnovers, then y'all vulnerable. Correct?
I mean, I would
say that's how y'all lost to the Cardinals. That's how y'all lost to the Eagles. That's how y'all lost to the 49ers.
No, we lost to the Cardinals because they couldn't stop the run.
That's another
way a team should have 200 yards in the first half. There's no way.
And we can run the ball on you.
Y'all not gonna win that game. Bottom line.
I think we're gonna beat you.
Bottom line. I'm not saying now ignorant Cowboy fan. We're gonna beat y'all just like we did the Giants. And I don't want to hear nothing from you. Sorry, Mark. One thing you can say about the Cowboys is we beat up on bad teams, and if we feel like you a bad team, we gonna whoop up on you.
So see, y'all best getting them is what?
Giants,
17
what?
Y'all playing? That's the best chance y'all got at beating Dallas.
Y'all ain't got no film on DeVito.
As the Commanders, I'm telling you, bro, it's a whole other issue. They play like super at home.
Y'all don't have no film on DeVito. Y'all it might be a trap game.
Man, we watched all Danny DeVito movies, man. Get out of here.
It might be closer than what you think.
All right, so I got.
If DeVito come out there and starts slinging like he Aaron Rodgers,
if DeVito beats us, then we have no reason to talk about football no more as a Cowboy fan.
I'm not saying he's going to beat
one
you.
division game though, but I'm just like that's crazy.
I'm not saying the Giants is going to beat you, but if y'all only win by 7 or no. I'm gonna say if y'all win by 8 or less, that's a problem.
That's not a problem. Game. A win is a win.
Who said it was a division game? Who said that?
I said it's a division
Mark, they're playing DeVito. DeVito.
All right, I got one other question. This is my last question for everybody. Start with you first, AJ. How do you think your team ends the second half of the season?
I think we end
not including the playoffs.
We got 8 games left. I see us finishing. I predicted before the season started that we go 13-4. I'm feeling more like 14-3 now, honestly. Long as Hurts stay on the field. because I see us during this little 5-game stretch where we see tough teams at least winning 3 of them games, at least going 3-2 over that stretch. And then the last 2 games, last 3 games, we got the Giants, Cardinals, and Giants again. We're gonna win all them games. So that's looking like 14-3, 6-2 the rest of the way is what I picture. And again, I love the fact that we about to see these teams. I feel like I say that every time I come on this show. We about to see these teams, y'all. Y'all notice I keep talking about it. We about to see these teams, y'all, because I think it's gonna shake a lot of people and it's gonna shake the NFL when we beat most of these teams. Like we go out there, we beat the Chiefs. Teams gonna. I feel like people already look at us different. People really gonna look at us different. We go out there and beat the Chiefs. I feel the same way about the Niners. I feel similar about Dallas. We messed around and beat Seattle too. Telling you. I love the fact that we about to handle this. We about to do this right now. Take care of these teams. A lot of narratives will be done. And again, as long as our defense step up, we'll be fine. 6-2 the rest of the way.
Tomo?
Cowboys, we're going to make the playoffs. I'm going to tell the Cowboy fans this, though. Don't worry about what the Eagles got going on right now because their schedule is tough right now, but it's a cupcake towards the end. Just go out there and win these next 3 games. Because technically you got DeVito, the Panthers, and then you got empty calorie Sam Howell. So go win these next 3 games.
But he's number 2 in passing.
Because y'all always losing.
Jesus Christ. Joe
gonna hate me after this episode.
I got us losing 2 more games, 6 and finishing 11-7. 10-7. Tripping. 10-7. 2 more losses. So if we do lose to Dallas one time, which I don't think gonna happen, San Francisco is a possible. We can lose that game. And what else? Yeah, just one. I think in Miami is a possibility. I mean, we can win that game too. So
I have a feeling we might be.
Yeah, we get the best of Miami when we play them all the time. Yeah. So I mean.
Airbnb knows Tyreek Hill, so
yeah. So I mean,
what does that mean?
What he called?
Airbnb don't know defense at all. So,
but he can tell Jack Del Rio what Tyreek Hill's weakness is, though, right?
What does that mean?
Put your hands on him. Everybody knows what his weakness is.
Who said that? Dave, you said that? Who said that? I don't even know who
said what?
About the the last comment just now.
I was laughing. I was just laughing just now, so I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying, like y'all, he said, "Oh, Airbnb knows Tyreek Hill a lot."
Yeah, who said that? Decorey, you said that?
Like,
I said that.
He said that. Like
he know him, but like we can't replicate that type of speed for real.
I mean,
I'm not stopping that.
Play too safe. Yeah,
we can play too safe.
Bro,
I think we can be fine with. I think we'll be okay against Miami, but I'm not saying that's a win. But like we're gonna lose 2 more games, and it'll be one of those 3 possible teams that we lose 2 games to.
So what's that? 6-2 the rest of the way?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say
this one.
I'll say I'm about to tell you. This is a little bit more realistic. I'll say 5-3. Okay, just to be on the safe side. 5-3.
What's the 3 losses?
49ers, possible Miami, possible Jets.
So you did say you think y'all gonna sweep Dallas? Lord
yeah.
have mercy.
Yeah. When we if we beat them in Thanksgiving, I'm coming after you, AJ, and I'm definitely coming after you, Tomo. And I'm gonna say everybody who's listening, y'all better remember this.
Decorey,
crown him.
What?
Decorey, if y'all beat Dallas, I'm gonna laugh. I'll be happy y'all.
Exactly. It's a win-win for him.
We appreciate it.
But AJ, but you don't see it. Why you don't see it, AJ?
I just think Dallas is too dominant at home, bro. And I think that they can force y'all into some turnovers. Plus, I just seen what Dak just did to our defense, bro. It's not a pretty sight.
He don't see.
So it's like
kind of.
May I remind you what happened week 18, January 7th, 2023?
Look, hey, let me tell you. Look.
And this is the thing about it.
I'm calling you Thesaurus.
Go ahead, AJ. You was talking. Go ahead.
all I'm saying is that was last year. It was last game of the season, and I think Dallas in their heart of hearts, they knew we weren't going to lose to the Giants' 4th string players. It wasn't going to happen. So they went into that game knowing that it was, you know, it was.
But yet they played their starters.
You know, they
93%
did.
of the
I
time.
mean, I was, you know, I feel like they ain't take that
They
game.
lost. I don't want to hear nothing about all that. They played
Thank
their starters and
you,
lost.
Mark.
But
They got their
Ain't
butt
gonna get no
kicked.
excuse
Look,
about nothing else.
AJ.
No, hold on. Last year, that's fine.
AJ.
This is a whole new year.
It's a
AJ.
whole nother season. I'm not even
AJ.
talking about last year. This is
AJ.
the
And they
defense
said
ain't
they
even
playing
the same.
AJ, you're the Eagles fan. I got you, bruh.
Hey,
You don't got to defend what happened in week 18. The Sorius is over there talking about stuff, bro. I remember I watched The Undertaker lose on Wrestling in 95, bro. I don't care what happened back then. It's not going to happen on Thanksgiving. Just remember that. All right? Hold up. This what it is. They keep holding on to that RG3 game that happened almost 4 or 5 years ago. And they just keep harping on that, bro. RG3 can't save y'all, bro. He's not here.
Well, shout out to Worm. We wish you was on the show, my guy. With the $4.99 super chat, Washington fans delusional as usual tonight. Shaking my head emoji 3 times. Hashtag R2L. Hashtag Dallas Cowboys for life.
you know,
It ain't
it's
even
not
marked,
you
though.
got me defending Cowboys.
It ain't even marked though. It's the Corius over there, man, with these old analogies. Like that ain't got nothing to do with us.
I mean,
Week
that is,
18.
I mean, it's
If that's
facts.
the case,
It's
then, AJ,
receipts.
I mean, if
It's
that's the case,
receipts.
then Decorius, if that's the case, then I can go back to what? When did we play the Eagles last year? I should have been up here talking about, remember that Christmas game? Remember what we did to y'all on Christmas? That ain't got nothing to do with tomorrow, man. That ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm just saying, y'all down dead. Y'all down Wolf Hunter. I'm just saying.
They've been gone since like week 2. We still
I
winning
mean,
and losing games. What you saying?
Sam Howell's 1-0 against you. That's all I got. That's the only
That was
caveat I
last
got.
year. He's
Okay,
0-0
he's
right
undefeated.
now.
He's undefeated.
0-0.
He owns the Cowboys.
Now I know how you feel, AJ, when
Yeah.
you say 8-3. Now I know how you feel. It's just
Hold
unnecessary.
on for a sec. Hold on.
Unnecessary stats out there, man. Sam Howell gonna throw for 200 yards, and then he gonna come in here and be like, I mean, it was a bad day.
I mean, but my thing is he's undefeated. That's the what I got over your head right now.
He got 50 sacks. That's all I'm saying.
Who
The
do?
man got sacked almost like 50 times. The season ain't even over yet.
Okay, he only got sacked total of 4 times the last 2 games.
He ain't seen the Cowboys yet.
What did I say? It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
There you
Leave
go.
the past alone. Let's
Now he
focus.
want to leave the pass alone. I told you, man. Hey, get out the club, man. Get out the club. All right. Find yourself, you know, go to like one of those special retreats somewhere down there in Virginia, which y'all practicing in Ashburn. Go down to Ashburn somewhere, go fishing or something, you know, become calm, find your zen. Because you want a lot, but then when somebody bring up another fact, you want to be like, don't bring up the past right now. I'm talking about the, you know what I mean? I don't want to talk about that. But you brought it up to me, talking about last year.
Well,
Mark, I'm sorry, man. Joe, I'm sorry.
He got you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I thought it was gonna be AJ that got me, man. I thought it
Y'all
was
have
gonna
your
be
quarrels
AJ.
with Decorius.
I said this was going to happen. I
Like I
figured it was.
Okay.
It's the NFC East, so this is the battle that usually happens.
Just
let's
remember all this, Mark. Just remember all this was what we said.
let's get some last words in. And Decorius, I'm gonna start with you. Last words.
Week 18.
I mean, we just gotta keep winning. Like I said, 5-3. 5-3. And if once that happens, y'all gonna say I was right. Me and Mark was right.
Well, I said 6-2. But
Well,
you know, I don't
6-2,
think we're losing
whatever.
to the Jets. You know, I'm gonna just say 6-2. You know, like call it delusional, call it what you want. You know, but 6-2 is like highly realistic. I believe in the team still. We got rid of 2 of the best players on 2 of the best defensive ends, you know, on our team. But you know, gave up the least amount of points. And you know, I think we'll be okay. So yeah, Dallas. Sorry, Tomo, we gonna you know, have a broom ready for you. You know, so I think we'll be okay.
Tomo.
So I was looking up something, man. It's like $10. That's the price of tea in China. That's how much it costs to buy some tea in China. So every time you say something to me, Decorius, I'm gonna just show you the price of tea in China because you just be talking about unnecessary stuff. Now look, Dallas. My last words is more so for my fellow Cowboy fans. I ain't doing no more of these panels, man. Y'all gonna have to come up here. I ain't doing no more. Y'all gotta come up here and represent, man. So next panel, man, Cardo, Worm, Reese. You know, we have you in the chats, but I'm gonna need one of y'all to show up for one of these panels, man. I know y'all show up all the time, but I'm gonna need y'all to come up here. Because if I gotta sit up here with the chorus again, I might cuss. I promise you.
AJ,
You ain't the only time you'll probably cuss is when I'm right. That's when you have to cuss.
I ain't gonna cuss when you're right. I mean, there was several times throughout the episode where you proved me wrong, and I said you were right. I gave you that. Now, if y'all come out here and beat us by 20, I might cuss. Go ahead, AJ.
Now I hope that happens so I can.
go ahead, AJ.
My last words is this, man. First off, again, I appreciate coming on Refuse to Lose. It's always fun. I look forward to coming on here again, especially at the end of the season. I feel like that's going to be a great time for an Eagles fan to be on. But like I said, I appreciate y'all having me on. All I want to say is this, man. It was a lot of talk about how the Eagles was going to fall off. Mark brought up Super Bowl hangover. Tomo was bringing up all the players that we lost. The Aquarius has said his stuff in comparison to the Commanders and the Eagles. But I told y'all one thing last panel, and I'm telling y'all this again. We got one thing that a lot of teams don't have, and that's a guy at quarterback. We have an elite. The Aquarius, don't make me play your track.
No. Listen,
You gotta let him get his last words out.
Let me get my last words
out, man.
We have a guy, an elite quarterback who may end up winning MVP. Matter of fact, I'm predicting he will win MVP. I'll say it again, at quarterback, which is something that everybody can't say. And so when you look at the team, just remember, as long as one on the field, Philadelphia has a shot. Philadelphia has a shot to win the football game, and he's shown that against the Cowboys and really against the Commanders, against all odds. And so all I got to say is, look up at the top, you see Philadelphia. If you're the Cowboys, look right here somewhere in the middle, you'll see yourself. And if you're somebody like the Aquarius, Mark, and any other Commander fan, you look down by your feet, you see your Commanders.
They're the ones under the bleachers, right?
Just about right now.
Hey, Mark,
and the Giants
must be in hell.
Hey, Mark, do me a favor. Before you go, Mark, do me a favor. Look up how many passing touchdowns Jalen Hurts has and how many Sam Howell has. And then look at the interceptions and both the interceptions real quick. Just real quick.
The Washington Pelotons, man. All them
15.
empty calorie stats, man.
15. Oh, hold on. Let Mark talk. How many touchdowns?
Let me just go ahead and do what you asked.
How many Howell got?
Go ahead.
Howell has 15, but let me go ahead and do what you said real quick.
Jalen Hurts, how many touchdowns Jalen Hurts has? Passing touchdowns, not running.
Hey, this is the easy alley-oop.
That's so funny.
I ain't
this right here, actually.
I do the D Wade. You gonna be Jason Terry, man. I do the, you know what I'm saying? I get the way, bro. It's too easy. Mark, don't even do that.
Mark,
your
do
man
it.
Setting you up.
Don't Mark, don't listen to this. Just do that for me, please.
AJ prepared. That's why he looked like that.
So Jalen Hurts, 2,576 yards, passing yards, 15 touchdowns, passing, 9 interceptions.
And how many interceptions do Sam has?
Oh my
10.
goodness.
And they said Jalen, and just what AJ said. That's what AJ said.
So Sam Howell has 2,600 yards, 2,640, and 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
And AJ said that Jalen Hurts is playing at an elite level. And their numbers are similar. Okay, that's all I have to say.
You don't think about team wins, like the fact that he beat that quarterback twice already.
I'm just going.
But of course, it's okay. I'll just use your words, Aquarius.
Sam Howell is nowhere near.
That's not what you said. You also said something else, Aquarius. You also said something else. Hold on.
He's an all-pro. He's one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL today.
That was in regards to Jalen Hurts. Just in case you forgot what you said, I just had to remind you and in the audience that's watching what you said. But
that you basically wrote on your little notepad and sent it to me for me to say, right?
You also said the Eagles win the Super Bowl. You said Jalen Hurts was top 5. That wasn't in the script. But hey, do your thing.
It wasn't. And you said it.
It wasn't.
But Jalen, look, I ain't gonna sit here and say he's some trash, but you know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. He ain't
Hey,
really.
but be real though.
You know,
Be
like
real though, Mark.
7 of his 15 touchdowns came in 2 games.
Hey,
And
AJ.
you know what I'm saying?
Let me get this last. Let me
I was
get
gonna
this
tell you run the track back one more time, but go ahead.
Hey, look. All I gotta say is this: when you look at the team right now, Mark, how did we beat y'all? Who beat y'all?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got nothing to
You
say.
look at the rest, when you look,
I ain't
when
gonna
you
say
look
nothing
at
bad. Y'all got it. Y'all won. Y'all
when you
beat
look
us
at how
twice.
the season has gone, Jalen Hurts has carried. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown has carried. The defense is 26th in the league in passing. The offense, Jalen Hurts has carried to 8-1. You got to put some respect on it, bro.
Run that track back one more time.
On the bum knee, you got to put some respect on it, bro.
Just play that track for me one more time, though, AJ. AJ, one more time. Run the track, man.
Which one we looking for?
It don't even matter.
He's an all-pro. He's one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL today.
And that's
Yep.
it for
Yeah,
us.
with 15 touchdowns and 9 interceptions versus 15
It's
touchdowns
over.
and 10
You can't
interceptions.
come back from that.
Hey,
You know what?
That
The Corey.
There you gotta go.
I'm gonna handle the Sam
Look.
Howell.
I would love.
Go ahead, Mark.
Hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
Mark.
You lost your credibility when you said
I would love
that,
for
and
y'all
you
to
shouldn't
continue
bet the
this
spread.
beef, but I'm not about to be put in the doghouse. I got to go.
Yeah.
Peace.
Get out of here, man.
All right.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button, no matter what you're listening to or watching it. Hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.